Let's just get started. And I'll just go in no particular order of Zoom rectangles. Sakina, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sakina Ismail. I'm located in Bahrain off the coast of Saudi Arabia. It's 5 p.m. here, and it's the first time I'm attending one of the Common Ground conferences, not presenting, but I've presented at a number of them. I had hoped to come to Taiwan actually, but extremely unfortunately, I could not. So I'm just looking forward to this and looking forward to seeing what everyone has put up.
Thank you, and nice to see you again.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry you can't join in Taiwan, but at least I'll give you a little, preview of how you can access things online as well, so you can feel like you're there, hopefully. Melissa, are you able to unmute and introduce yourself? Let us know if you're presenting and what a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Melissa Cheyenne Norwald. I'm in Indiana. It's exactly a 12-hour time distance here, so it's 10:24 in the morning.
So
Uh,
it's 9:24 here and I'm in Champaign, Illinois, and I thought I had a 12-hour time difference.
no.
I'm all over the place. Sorry about
So,
that. Continue, Melissa. Sorry.
all right, that's fine. I'm an associate educator professor at University of Cincinnati, and I teach only online. I get to teach in my pajamas if I want to. I am actually doing the 11 o'clock workshop for engaging students online that comes right after this presentation. So, and this is my first time with this conference, and there was no way I was going to make it to Taiwan. So we
Well,
are.
thanks for joining us, Melissa. And just so everyone knows, I've put the link to Melissa's workshop in the chat. You can go ahead and follow along there, but also that her session is right after this. So I think you've got a Zoom link somewhere there as well that we can
Yeah,
access.
and it,
Maybe put that in the chat as well, Melissa, so that we can.
I don't have access to it right now.
Oh, okay. No worries. We'll find
Yeah,
it.
but
And so
it's live and online, but it's also recorded. So if people can't make it.
perfect. Francisca, are you able to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, Thompson. Hi, everyone. My name is Francisca. Joining from Nigeria. It's 3:25 p.m. here, my time. I'm also one of the online presenters. I was hoping to come in person. I'm one of the emerging leaders, but unfortunately, due to visa issues, I am unable to join in person. This is my first time online. I'm a bit not so familiar with how everything works, but I hope after this session, I should be able to be good with the online session. I'm a professor of computer science and also an administrator in Thomas Adewumi University. Thank you, and good to meet everyone online.
Thank you for joining us. My next rectangle is Zatasha. Zatasha, are you able to introduce yourself?
Hi, good morning. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to be included for the conference in Taiwan. I'm thankful to you for giving us this opportunity to stay connected, engaged, and involved. I'm basically a researcher person and also a published author. I paint a lot, I curate, I exhibit, I display. And I have been staying connected with the diverse community since the beginning of my educational life. And I teach, I learn, I paint, I do the researching. I'm also a speaker. Um, and This presentation is very important for me because it has given me a chance to share my research and my learnings plus my teaching with the global community. And also, I have given feedback and the comments to my fellow researchers and presenters, and I have also learned a lot from them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. Is it Yu Qing? Yu Qing Chan?
Hi everyone, my name is Yutsu and I'm from
Forgive me, I'm
Singapore.
sorry.
No worries. Yeah, but I'm really happy to be here with all of you. Just like many of you, it's my first time here at this conference, and I'm very happy to serve as well as an emerging scholar of the conference. So I'll be helping to moderate some of the discussions. Hope you guys take part actively. For myself, I am presenting at one of the workshops. It's an online recorded presentation. So I've put it up there on my screen. It's called Books, Bytes, and Beyond, Redesigning the Future of Legal Education. So in my workshop, I talk about artificial intelligence and how it has affected the legal profession as well as legal education. So if you guys are interested, please go and check it out. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
And I've put the link to your presentation in the chat. So if you don't know already, we have a great Emerging Scholar program where our emerging scholars participate in person and online. They moderate the sessions and they come and they present their fantastic work. And it's hard to believe it. Every single year, we just get amazing emerging scholars doing really interesting things. So welcome, everyone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Maybe someone can give me like a thumbs up or something to let me know that they can see my screen okay. For the purpose of this meeting, I'll just let someone in from the waiting room. I'll use one of the conferences as an example as I move forward, but the idea is the same. I might even flick back and forth between just so you can see the differences, but the online microsite is the same for both. Now, there are many different ways to get to the microsite. One is just logging into cgscholar.com. If you're on the website, you can just click on the button here that says CG Scholar Event Microsite. As you can see, that's sort of in the banner on both of the web pages. If you go ahead and click on that, it will take you directly to the About page. If you get there from cgscholar.com, you're going to be required to log in the top right. So you can see here that it doesn't give me a login here because I'm already logged in. So then I will just click Go to Profile. If you do not at any stage see your name in the top right-hand corner of the page, that means you're not logged in. You are required to log in because then we need to match your registration to your access to the site. If you're not registered and not logged in, you're not going to be able to see all the digital media. So if you don't see your name in the top right-hand corner of the page, then you need to start there. That's the most important thing. Before I go through this About page, what I want to do is sort of highlight your own personal community page there. You can edit this in a number of different ways. First of all, if you end up here in community, you can go down here and go to your profile there and update your account settings. Another way to do this is in the top right, go down here to account settings. I strongly recommend that you go in and update your profile. The reason for this is every time, oh, I've got people coming in now. The reason is that anytime your name appears in the event schedule, it'll be a hyperlink to this page. So if people click on you and they want to learn more about you and your work, it's nice to have this up to date with your even if it's just your current affiliation, so that they can go ahead and read a little bit more about you there. So just again, you go down to profile, account settings, or here down to account settings. Now, you're on your profile page and you think, how am I going to get back to the microsite from here? There are a number of different ways to do it. First of all, you can click on event. And you'll see the list of conferences here, and you just need to click on whichever conference you're registered for. Another way to do it is go to your name in the top right. Again, you need to be logged in. And you go down to your events here. I'll click your events now. From there, you'll sort of see a listing of the events that you're registered for or have an accepted proposal for. From here, there's a number of different ways that you can get there. So you can just go ahead and click on the title of the presentation there. You can also download your receipt and sign up for extras. Let's go ahead and use e-learning as our example. So here we have the About page. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's information about the conference. Most important on this page at the moment is the e-program and user guide. So when you click on that, it will appear as a PDF on your screen here. You're able to download that, keep it on your desktop, keep it somewhere handy. If you like. I'll just quickly scroll through this, but perhaps most important is the information at the end, which is the user guide part, which is basically what I'm saying now, but not in video form and perhaps a little bit clearer because it's written down in text. So if there's something that you've missed here or something that I've said too quickly, you can go back and look at the user guide. We also have welcome letters from the local host and the research network chair, as well as information about the scope and concerns of the research network, the conference, and we have our information about the journal, more specific, the history of the conference, the plenary speakers, our fantastic emerging scholars. And then right here at the end is the user guide that I'm talking about. And you'll see it has exactly, you know, what I'm saying now. So make sure you're signed in. If you have any troubles, please contact us, how to update your profile and things like that. So I do recommend that you download that onto your desktop or, you know, in a handy folder where you can access that easily. Now, yours will look a little different to mine. I'm not presenting at the conference. If you are and you have an accepted proposal, it will say your proposal here. When you click on that, it will take you to your presenter page. And at the bottom of that page is where you can upload your digital media. All online only themed paper presentations present asynchronously. There's no live Zoom component to this presentation. And as a result, the digital media is extremely important. I strongly recommend you upload either a video or something with some audio. We have a lot of people who do audio presentations over their PowerPoint, a lot of people who do video presentations. You can also just upload your PowerPoint or a PDF, other images and things like that. There's no limit to the number of pieces of digital media you can upload, but keeping in mind that it's your form of presentation. So the more detailed, the better, and sort of the richer responses and answers from there. So please also note that on your proposal page, you'll upload your digital media. It will not be visible right away. We do have a review process for the digital media, just in case you upload a telephone bill or a random receipt or something by accident, which has happened. We review all digital media and you'll get an email once it has been reviewed and accepted. So, you know, at the moment during the conference, we're trying to do that as quickly as possible to make sure people can have their digital media accessible very quickly. Your registration will look a little bit different to mine, but that's just where you can download your receipt. I'm going to skip over presentations just for 1 minute and go to special events. If you're in person, that's where you can sign up for things like the dinner, but also sign up for this session that we're in now and also the online talking circle. Presentations. This is a list of presentations. I'm going to close all my tabs. I've got too many open. I'll show you how to use the following tab in just 1 minute. Your following tab is unique to you and unique to your profile. I might follow different presentations to Melissa or different presentations to Zatasha. So this is really a place where you can go back and see the presentations that you're particularly interested in, maybe go through the program, follow the ones you're interested in first, and then come back to your following tab to review those again. I'll show you how to do that in just 1 moment. Like I said, we do have fantastic emerging scholars and we like to feature their presentations. So the featured tab is for our emerging scholar presentations. So if you're interested in our scholars or have met one of the emerging scholars online or in person, you can go back and view their presentations there. By theme, let's say, for example, you're only interested in one theme for the conference, designing social transformations. You can see all the papers that have been accepted listed under there. I'm going to use Maria as an example here. So you'll see I said before, whenever your name is listed, you'll be hyperlinked. I can click on Maria's page there. And oh, I chose a good example because Maria has updated their profile. And so we can learn a little bit more about Maria there and also add Maria as a peer. She'll receive an email now saying someone has requested to be your peer. From there, I can go ahead and click on the date and time of the presentation here, and it will actually take me to that place in the event schedule. So here we can see the presentation I was just referring to. This is useful if you're interested in similar presentations. So we can see that this Maria's presentation is listed under cultural exchange with Joseph and Jeffrey's presentations as well. I might go ahead and decide to follow those as well. So I can go ahead and click follow, 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 and then let's just go back and I'll click on my presentations and hopefully they'll be appearing under my follow tab. There they are there. So I might be interested in all three of those presentations there. I'll just go back for 1 second. One thing to know as well is that you can also click on the title of the presentation to read the full abstract. You can also follow from there. Now I'm going to jump over just to the schedule here so we can just go through the discussion boards a little bit as well. Here we are on the pre-conference day. So if you're there in Taiwan, maybe you went on the pre-conference tour. We had the plenary session and now we're in this online welcome and Zoom session. After this, we have Melissa's workshop. So I'd like to encourage you all to stay on in about 20 minutes. I think the Zoom link is there. Let's just open that and we'll have a look in just one moment. Then we start the day off tomorrow. So if you're there in Taiwan, you can travel to the venue from the conference hotel, have a welcome coffee. Then we have the conference welcome and opening. We begin the day with the plenary session and discussion with William Cope and Mary Calancis. If you want to view this plenary session. Geez, I've had too much and not enough coffee today. You can go ahead and click on the title of that presentation. This video will be uploaded shortly after the session. And then if you'd like to ask questions, you can go ahead and join the discussion board there. Please note that anytime you see someone tagged in a presentation like this with their hyperlinked name, they'll receive an email every single time someone comments in the discussion board. You don't have to be sort of waiting in the discussion board for them to comment again, because if they respond to you, you'll also receive an email. So I don't want you just sort of sitting, staring at a discussion board, waiting for someone to respond. You'll receive a notification of that. Now, whilst the digital media is required for online only presenters, it's not required for in-person presenters because they're presenting in person. However, we strongly encourage them to upload digital media. So please do click on the session title and you'll see the abstracts for each of the presentations in that session. You can go ahead and click on that presentation there and it will take you to the presenter page. And if you're interested in the digital media or interested in seeing this session, you can go ahead and request that by clicking the button there, the hyperlink there. Now, what will happen is the presenter will then receive an email saying, someone's interested in your presentation. Can you please upload digital media? And once that digital media has been uploaded, you as the requester will receive a notification that says, Alan Weber has now uploaded digital media for you to view. You can then comment in the discussion board.
I know him.
Sorry, go ahead. Did you want to? Oh, you know him. Okay, well, tell him to upload his digital media. Okay, one thing to note for all of the sessions is that we theme these together for a reason. So in the in-person sessions and the online only sessions, each we have, so for example, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We have 20 minutes per themed paper presentation with questions at the end. Now, we replicate this model in our online only sessions as well. So we have a discussion board for the panel. We don't have individual discussion boards for each session. We do this in the same way that we have the questions at the end for the panel, is that we like to think about the connections between the presentations, maybe the contradictions, and how they're connected in the session. So if you go ahead and click on this supporting student success, you'll see the different presentations there. I can go ahead and view the digital media for Jose's presentation here. Oh, and there's a great video there. When I join the discussion, you'll see it is for the panel there. So I do strongly recommend that when you write a question or a comment in the discussion board, sorry, I'm going to let someone in from the waiting room, that when you write a question or comment in the discussion board, If it's just for one person, refer to that person by name or by the title of their presentation. If it's for multiple presenters, you could maybe sort of suggest that everyone answers the question, if it's sort of linked to everyone, but sort of try and be a little specific so people know if it's just directed towards them or if it's directed to everyone as well. One thing to note as well is that I can see this list of engagements here. There is a list of engagements for the panel, but also for the individual presentations as well. So 144 people have clicked on this panel to read these abstracts, but I'm going to use Daniel as an example here. We can see that 73 people have clicked on Daniel's presenter page, and Daniel has uploaded digital media there. One thing I feel like I've gone a little quickly. So maybe what we can do from here is we have see if there's a comment in the discussion board. Yes. Melissa, yours is a live workshop, but also the recording is available as well. So anyone who might not be able to stay on and watch Melissa's participate in the workshop can also go in there. Please look at the digital media and comment in the discussion board. I'll just put that link in here as well for Melissa's session, which starts in about 15 minutes. Now, while I've been going through that, we've had a couple of people join the session, and I'm going to put you on the spot. So Giovanna, are you able to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and if you're presenting at the conference? Maybe you're not able to unmute.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Thank you for this all this useful information for navigating the online website, because I do like this format that, you know, it's very, very collaborative. So you said to introduce myself, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so my name is Giovanna, and I am a PhD student here in UC Riverside in the English department. And I am working on the intersection of neuroscience and cultural studies. I am presenting on predictive processing, which is like an overarching framework here in neurosciences and psychology. So I was just worried about its over-reliance on the word prediction and how it kind of implies underlying anxieties about modernity, management and control, algorithms, statistics, and so on.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Jemima?
I have to go. Sorry, I do have to go and teach now, so I will have to
No
leave
worries.
you all.
And so I've recorded this session, and we're going to be putting it up online. I'm not sure if you joined us before I told you, but on the I'll just share quickly. On the about page of the microsite, at any point you can download this conference e-program and user guide. And let me also just quickly, before you leave, put the support@cgnetworks.org email address in there. Anyone who has an issue can email us and we'll respond straight away. Thanks, Giovanna.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.
Jemima, are you able to unmute yourself and introduce yourself, perhaps? Maybe not. Oh, there you are. I see you've unmuted.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Jemima, and I'm a master's student at Mount St. Vincent University. And then I'll be presenting on assessing the impact of generative practices in higher education. It talks about how GAI can be incorporated in our learning activities, even in the traditional aspects, that is combining GAI and then the traditional form that we use in our classrooms.
Thanks, Jemima. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Aisha, forgive me if I've mispronounced your name. Could you correct me and also introduce yourself?
Yeah, no problem. Aisha would be how I would say it. Yeah, so I'm a postdoctoral postdoctoral researcher at the Leverhulme Center for the Future of Intelligence. So we kind of like primarily look at AI and its like social and political impacts from a sort of philosophy and social science perspective. And personally, kind of I look at how the normal is imposed by kind of AI and what that means for people who maybe aren't normal in a kind of societally created sense of the word normal. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thanks for introducing yourself and nice to meet you. I don't know if anyone had any questions about how to engage in the conference online. Like I said before, you're welcome to email us at any point. And if you have any questions, please let us know, even if it's something simple like your login's not working or you need your password reset or anything like that. Tomorrow we have the online talking circle. So that's a really nice session that we do both in person and online. So we can all start looking at the digital media now. It's live. We can start engaging and asking questions in the discussion board. And tomorrow what we're going to do is it's a nice informal session where we come and the same time, but I'll be on time tomorrow, everyone. And we'll sort of discuss the ideas, the presentations that we've seen, sort of themes and things that are coming out. And it's a sort of a nice informal discussion, which is nice. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage you to start looking at digital media, comment in the discussion boards, and please email us if you have any questions. Also, another plug for Melissa's workshop, which starts in 12 minutes. So I'll put the link, I think I already put the link in the chat there. I'll just put Melissa again in the chat, and the Zoom link is in that session there. So everyone go ahead and enjoy that as well. So nice to see you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and go see some great presentations now. So have a nice day. Bye, everyone.